Should I maintain my F1 student visa status while my green card case is pending? Hi, I'm Jim Hacking, immigration lawyer practicing law throughout the United States out of our office here in St. Louis, Missouri. Now, this is a very interesting topic. We have a lot of cases in our office where an international student has fallen in love with a U.S. citizen and has decided to apply for a green card based on that marriage. Now, a lot of times people come to us and as soon as they get married, they will have dropped out of school and they will have stopped paying that international student tuition rate, and they can't get out of school as fast as they can. But this is probably a bad idea. And we've been seeing instances more and more where people actually come to the United States on a student visa and never go to school and then quickly marry a U.S. citizen and apply for a green card. Now, USCIS and the State Department are onto this, and they're very much scrutinizing whether international students actually go to school. So the best thing you can do is to stay in school and to actually graduate, because you don't want to ever show that you have demonstrated immigrant intent while also not really going to school. So what do I mean by that? Well, when you come as an international student, you're basically telling the government, the U.S. government, that you're planning to come to the United States and study. And if you never go to class, then I could see a situation in the future or even in the present where they start hitting people with a misrepresentation charge. And what does that mean? That means that you lied when you went to the State Department and got that visit visa or that student visa. And that's especially true if you knew the person that you're coming to marry. So think of it this way. I've heard this story a couple times just this week where someone comes on a student visa, they go to classes for a semester, and then all of a sudden they're marrying somebody and getting a green card or trying to get a green card based on that. That can be problematic. That's a bad idea. The much better approach is to maintain your studies, to keep going to school. And when people tell me, well, Jim, I can't afford to keep going to school, I find that a little bit troublesome, because they've promised to the State Department that they are going to have enough money to go to school. So you sort of can't have it both ways, and this is a trap that we've been seeing at immigration interviews more and more. Now the officers are going back in all kinds of visa cases. They're looking at how you got your visit visa, how you got your work visa, or how you got your student visa. But especially in the student visa context, if you're not going to class, if you drop out of school before your interview, they might scrutinize that, and that's especially true if you never went to class or just went for a very short time. So my advice, as always, is to maintain every immigration benefit that you can. Even if you're at the end of your studies and you're eligible for OPT and you're marrying a U.S. citizen, we always advise our clients or our potential clients to go ahead and file for the work card off of optional practical training, and we also tell them to get the work card based on marriage. You always want to keep your immigration options open. You never know when a marriage is going to go sour, so sometimes that happens too. I was talking to a young man the other day who married a U.S. citizen, and it turns out that she had some mental problems, and even though they had an I-130 pending, a spouse-based petition, he didn't really have to worry that much because he'd always maintained his student status. Now, he has demonstrated immigrant intent by filing for a green card, but at the same time, the safety comes from the fact that he had always maintained his F1 status. He had gotten his bachelor's degree, gotten his master's, he's in his master's degree program now, so he's not under near as much pressure as he would be as if he had dropped out of school. So the lesson is, stay in school, kids, stay in school. If you can afford it, if you can keep going to class, that's your best bet. If you have questions about this or how you can go from being an F1 student visa holder to the spouse of a U.S. citizen applying for a green card, give us a call at 314-961-8200. You can email us at info@hackinglawpractice.com. You can always find us on the web at www.hackinglawpractice.com or in our Facebook group, which is called Immigrant Home. We hope to see you there, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you get access to great videos like this one whenever we shoot new ones. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.